Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Her. Today I close out the day $105 realized profit. However, as you can see, unrealized is not looking as pretty here. And I think the main thing was for my swing positions, I was pretty disciplined in my day trades. My swing positions, on the other hand, I didn't hedge enough, I think. I don't think I hedged enough because I wasn't really worried. And I honestly thought that they were going to kind of bring the market up a little bit. And they tried, they definitely tried, but it just didn't happen. So before I get into it, if you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment below, learned a lesson. And if you could do me a big favor, hit the like button. If you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord, options trading group on Facebook, and the UVH Academy. So, today, I glad I was closed out DoorDash with a profit. Q's was a day trade. This QQQ $105 loss here. I was trading that came in a loss, and then Facebook was a day trade as well. But before I get into those trades, I want to talk about kind of like the overall market, where I think it's heading, and kind of see what's happening here. Like, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is happening in the market right now? And as I've been suggesting over the last couple of weeks or week or so, is that we're just peeing between the range right now, and every time it tries to break back out, it snaps back into range. And today, we're now at the bottom of the range for the last month or so. We started the month out at 380. We're back at 382. Top of the range was 394. So we snapped back out yesterday. They tried to bring it back up to 392. Dropped it all the way back down, but we are still above the 50-day moving average. We didn't crack below it yet, unlike back in end of January, where we had kind of the same type of movement. As you can see here in January, we were pushing up, and then we had quite a bit of a selling, and then we pushed back up to 394 area, and here we are, just kind of pinging back and forth. And you can kind of see like the range on the 10-day and the 50-day is starting to get a little bit tight. 10 days coming down, 50 days coming up. Now the question is it going to get tight and we're going to explode to the upside or the downside, or are we going to have more chop like back and forth? It's kind of what I'm looking at. I'm not too concerned, but we are trading in a very wide range. SPY today, it went up as high as 392, 391, all the way down to 380. We had a huge move to the downside, closed the day out, almost 2.5%. Qs 3.5% today, hit 324, came all the way down to 311, and just, I think there was a lot of fake outs, and I think there was a bunch of bull traps. They try to bring it up here, and then they just smoked it. All the charts are the same. If you look at Facebook, they tried here too. You look at Tesla, they tried here too. They tried to push it from 683 to 700, and then they smoked it to as low as 670 area. It is bad out here. It is bad. Tesla, now you have the 10-day and the 50-day crossing over. Definitely bearish right here. So we'll kind of see if this is going to stabilize down in the 600 area and make another run to 800, or is it going to fall all the way down to, potentially the 200-day moving average? ARK, Kathy Wood's probably like, hey, I don't know what's going on here. This thing is a disaster. You have ARKK down to 128 after hours here. I did fairly well when I loaded it up on the dip back in here, but this is a massive dip. I did well on ARK when ARK was 125. I loaded up and ran this up to 140. But I haven't traded it in this because I thought it was a little bit too top heavy. And now, as you can see here with ARKK, it tried to get above the 50-day 2 days in a row, almost 3 days in a row, got rejected. And now, I think it could revisit. We're at 126. We hit 126 yesterday, was it? Or 2 days ago? When did we hit 126? Yeah, that was 3 days ago. 126 2 days ago. Now we're at 128. So we're revisiting these lows. So, I don't think anybody really knows if we're going to be going up, going down tomorrow. Obviously, a recovery day, especially for people that have been swinging long positions like myself, it would be much appreciated. But the market's going to do what it's going to do, and we kind of have to adjust to that and just kind of go with the flow. Today, On DoorDash, I traded. I was looking for a pre-earnings run. Thankfully, I closed it out for a profit because this thing just fell. I mean, it got rejected here, 180. I sold it for $135 profit. I wanted it to go to 185, 190, but the market, I was like, kind of got scared of what was happening in the market. So thankfully, I closed it because it hit as high as 182, came all the way down, got obliterated to 164, and now after hours due to earnings are down to 145. So it was a really great idea because I would have lost, over $900 if I was like, oh, I'll just hang on to it through earnings and hope for the best and stuff like that. And you know what? I would have went max loss. And sometimes, you can't. I mean, hoping for the best is not a strategy. I mean, so I'm glad I stayed disciplined on here. Qs actually faked me out today. So I lost $105 trading Qs, and where I lost money is on this push up here. I was profitable when it made a push up to 321. Actually, it was right in here. This is where I lost money. So I bought the dip here, 320, bought 320. It pushed up immediately to 322. I didn't sell. I didn't stay disciplined, and this is where I lost money. I was up on it about 30%. And I didn't sell, and then I lost $105 on that. And good thing I sold because this thing would have went max loss as well. Penn, another one. Now I'm holding Penn overnight. Penn, I was actually profitable when it pushed up to here, and then it sold way, way off, and I'm currently down a couple $100 on that right now. So, I mean, I think the lesson here, this overall week, is you have to stay disciplined. If you don't stay disciplined, you're gonna get smoked. You're gonna get axed. You're gonna get cut down, and it's not gonna be pretty. And sure, we all have great days. We all have bad days, and one of those days was like, for me, I had some good day trades, but I didn't. There were a couple areas like on the Qs and on Penn, I didn't stay disciplined, and I paid for it. Right? I paid for it. So I think through all this, like especially when we had the last 2 days in a row where things would recover quickly, like yesterday. Things dropped. I mean, you can look at any stock. Things dropped, recovered. The day before that, major gap down, recovered back up. And I think we were anticipating on these rips that we were going to recover back up. And I think we trusted it, at least for me. I trusted it a little bit too much. I don't know about the UVH fan, but I think I trusted it a little bit too much that it was going to recover, push up to 118. It didn't, got immediately rejected and fell all the way down to 109. And the overall market, I mean, everything was red. Apple, I mean, the only things that were green, Twitter, and like I said this morning in the live stream, on Twitter, usually these pumps on Twitter are a sell the news kind of event, and probably should have just shorted it and called it a day. You know what I mean? Like I think today, this week overall has been a little bit tricky. Has definitely played with your emotions, psychological well-being, and you think one thing, like we all thought we were going to die this week, and then the market recovered, and then today the market died and didn't recover. So mentally, it kind of messes with you a little bit. But I think that overall, so far, trend is still your friend. We're still above the 50-day moving average for the SPY. Qs, we did close under, so this is a little bit concerning to me. So we'll kind of see what happens right here. Right now, just watch price action. Keep your risk low. Don't try to roll too big a size, and just play the ranges. That's all that I'm going to be doing in the near future. I'm probably not going to swing a whole lot. Focus on my day trades. Scalp the 10, 20, 30%. Get in, get out, and that's it. So if you watch this video to the end, comment, watch to the end, and as always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.